Hello, and welcome to the Sharp Psych. Today, we will cover what are the 7 signs of depression that you shouldn't ignore. Depression is a serious condition that can have a significant impact on your life and the lives of those around you. It is imperative that you seek the assistance of a qualified medical professional if you are experiencing any of the symptoms described today. You can begin to feel better and reclaim control of your life if you make the decision to seek treatment and follow through with it. Keep in mind that you are not the only one going through this, and that there is hope for a full recovery. But before we get started, make sure to check the links in the description to find out more interesting facts and recommendations about psychology. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. All right, let's get to it. The first sign of depression is avoiding friends or beloved activities. A common symptom of depression is when a person begins to withdraw from friends and activities that they once took pleasure in. This is considered to be one of the most telling indicators of depression. It is important to recognize that a lack of interest in going out or participating in activities is a warning sign of depression, even though it may be difficult to explain why you don't want to do either of those things. It's possible that you'll start to feel like you never want to leave the house, or that you'll be too exhausted, or too depressed to enjoy the things you used to look forward to doing. For instance, you used to take pleasure in going to the park with your dog, or gathering with your friends at a restaurant. These activities are no longer enjoyable to you. You now find yourself coming up with excuses to avoid participating in these activities, or canceling at the 11th hour. This may result in feelings of alienation and loneliness, both of which may make the depressive symptoms more severe. The second sign of depression is feelings of hopelessness. A common symptom of depression is the experience of feeling as though there is no way out of the situation you are in, or that you have no control over it. It's possible that you're under the impression that there's no way out of your current predicament, or that you have no control over your circumstances. This can be a very difficult feeling to cope with, and it can make it difficult for you to function in the day-to-day activities of your life. For instance, you may have recently been laid off from your job and feel as though you will never be able to find another one. Or perhaps you have suffered the loss of a loved one and believe that you will never be able to move on with your life. These emotions can be overpowering, making it difficult to see any positives in your life or the world around you. The third sign of depression is trouble sleeping or excessive sleeping. Depression can cause changes in your sleeping patterns, such as difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep for long periods of time. It's possible that falling asleep or staying asleep will be difficult for you, or that you'll find yourself sleeping for a longer period of time than usual. These shifts may have a significant effect on your energy levels and may make it more challenging for you to concentrate throughout the day. You might, for instance, find that you are unable to sleep despite lying in bed for a number of hours. On the other hand, even if you sleep for 12 hours straight, you may wake up feeling exhausted. These shifts can make it challenging to maintain a regular routine, which in turn can have an effect on your capacity to work or attend school. The fourth sign of depression is low energy or loss of motivation. Depression can lead to a loss of motivation or energy, both of which can be symptoms of the disorder. It's possible that you won't feel like you have the energy to do anything, even activities that used to bring you pleasure. This can result in feelings of boredom, as well as a lack of a sense of purpose in life. For instance, you might find that you are unable to motivate yourself to do anything other than spend the entire day lazing around on the couch. You may also discover that it is challenging for you to get out of bed in the morning and begin your day. These emotions can make it challenging to maintain relationships, and can lead to feelings of guilt and shame in the affected individual. The next sign of depression is lost appetite or binge eating. Depression can cause both a loss of appetite and an increase in the frequency of binge eating episodes. Either you will experience a loss of appetite and a lack of desire to consume anything, or you will engage in binge eating as a means of attempting to deal with the overwhelming feelings you are experiencing. These adjustments may have a significant impact on your physical health and may make it more challenging for you to maintain a healthy weight. For instance, you may find that you no longer have the desire to eat and that you have significantly reduced your body weight as a result. Another possibility is that you will find yourself eating a lot of junk food and putting on weight as a result. These changes can lead to feelings of low self-esteem, which can make the depression even worse. The sixth sign of depression is difficulty with concentration. Depression can make it difficult to concentrate or focus on a task at hand, which can be frustrating for the person suffering from the condition. At either your place of employment or your educational establishment, you might find that you forget things or make mistakes. This can give rise to feelings of frustration and make it more difficult to complete tasks in a timely manner. For instance, if your mind is constantly going in different directions, reading a book or watching a movie may be difficult for you to do. Or, because you struggle to maintain focus for extended periods of time, you might find it challenging to finish a project at work. These shifts have the potential to make it difficult for you to function in your day-to-day life, which in turn can lead to feelings of anxiety. Before we get to the last indication of depression, make sure to check the links in the description to find out more about interesting facts and recommendations about psychology. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. The last and very important sign of depression that we are going to mention in this video is suicidal thoughts or tendencies. Depression is a serious condition that can pose a threat to a person's life if it's accompanied by symptoms such as suicidal ideation or behavior. It is imperative that you look for assistance as soon as possible if you are having thoughts of ending your own life. There is a wide variety of support services and resources available to you, such as crisis hotlines and professionals in mental health. You might, for instance, find yourself contemplating suicide or making plans to end your life in some way. You could also have the thought that your life is not worth living. These thoughts have the potential to be terrifying, and they can make it difficult to see any hope for the future. It is critical to acknowledge that depression is a diagnosable medical condition that responds favorably to treatment. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, it is imperative that you speak with a mental health professional or your primary care physician as soon as possible. They can assist you in developing a treatment plan that is geared specifically toward meeting your requirements in this regard. And finally, we will discuss a few facts about depression to show you how common this mental illness is. It is estimated that 17.3 million adults in the United States will experience at least one major depressive episode in their lifetime. Depression is one of the most common mental health disorders that can be found in the United States. Depression is more common in women than in men. It is estimated that 10 to 25% of women will suffer from depression at some point in their lives, whereas only 5 to 12% of men will have this experience. It has been shown that depression can run in families, leading researchers to believe that the disorder may have a genetic basis. There are a number of subtypes of depression, the most common of which is major depressive disorder, MDD, seasonal affective disorder, SAD, and postpartum depression, PPD. When dealing with depression, it is critical to keep in mind that you are not the only person going through it. This is a condition that affects a large number of people, and there is assistance available. You can start to feel better and regain control of your life if you are able to recognize the symptoms of depression and seek assistance for them. Depression is a serious condition that can make a significant contribution to the quality of one's life. It is imperative that you seek the assistance of a qualified medical professional if you are experiencing any of the symptoms that were described in this video. You can begin to feel better and regain control of your life if you make the decision to seek treatment and take the first step toward that goal. Keep in mind that you are not the only one going through this, and that there is hope for your recovery. We hope that this video has provided you with valuable information to better understand what are the 7 signs of depression that you shouldn't ignore. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.